What's up, guys? It's your girl Crystal with Sweet Senses. This is going to be my first ever YouTube tutorial, so guys, please bear with me. So I'm a treat maker here in Nevada, and I wanted to find something that was going to enhance my business. And I thought, what goes better with treats than party favors or event favors? So today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create customized chip bags. The only app that you're going to be utilizing for this is Canva. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. So first thing you're going to do is you want to create a design. Now my dimensions are already set because like I said, I've been working on this the past few days. So you're going to want to go to custom size. Make sure your units are in inches. Very important. For the dimensions, you're going to do 11 by 8.5 inches. And then you're just going to create a new design. If it lags a little bit, I do apologize. Okay, first things first, you're going to hit elements over here and you're going to choose a square shape. You are going to change the dimensions. So you just want the height to reach from top to bottom of your project. And then for the width, you're going to make it a 5. So this is going to serve as the front of your chip bag. It also will allow for you to make sure that anything that you place on there, like your items, your pictures, your wording, everything is all centered. So I'm just going to move this and make sure that it's centered in my project. As you can see, there are guidelines on here that'll let me know when I'm in the center of my project. I'm going to change the transparency. So we're going to drop this down to where you can still see it, but light enough to where you'll actually be able to see your images and your background and things like that to pop through. Perfect. Now we're going to do strawberry shortcake theme baby shower. I have already uploaded all of my images because like I said, I have been working on this. So I just went on Google. I put strawberry wallpaper. I found the one that I like the best, and this is what I decided to go with. You're just going to right click and then you're going to set the image as your background. Now, for this one, I did change the transparency just a little bit. I just wanted to dim it down just a tad bit so that way when I put my lettering or wording in, that it would actually pop through. Perfect. All right, so now we're going to start applying our images. So I do like to create an extra page so that way when I'm editing images or wording, I'm not doing it directly over the project, and that way I can just see it a little bit more clearly. I do. Uh, I have the paid version of Canva, so it's easy for me to remove the background. So this baby girl happens to have a white background on it that I absolutely did not like. If you do not have the paid version of Canva, there is also a website called remove.b as in boy, g as in girl, remove.bg that will also remove the background for you for free. So for me, I'm just going to click on the image and then we're going to hit background remover. So that's just going to remove the white background off of my baby girl. So I will show you. So no white background, just the baby girl. We're going to bring her back down. All right, so this, it looked a little bit plain to me. Since it is strawberry shortcake theme, I just wanted to include some strawberries. So I went to elements. And at this point, you can just type in what you're looking for. I typed in strawberries, and this is what I found that I actually liked. So we're just going to adjust the sizes on our strawberries and our baby girl. We're going to drop that down. We're going to make that a little bit smaller. I just put it right by her foot, just so it's like it's kind of sitting in front of her. Perfect. And then I am going to highlight both of those photos and I am going to hit group. So that just allows me to move them together. I did want to add a little bit of a background to baby girl so that way it kind of overlapped the chip bag. So I just chose the cloud element. And we're just going to spread it out a little bit. Spread it, spread it, spread it. And if you want to change the color, you're just going to click on your image and then you're going to go right up here to color. And we're just going to make it a very, very light pink. So I placed this directly over Baby girl, you're going to right click and then hit layer, and we're going to send this to back. So that way we can see where our image is. I'm going to make the cloud a little bit bigger because I do want to include some wording, which we will do. So we're going to leave that there. We're not going to group this just yet. So I'm going to go to text. Again, it's strawberry shortcake theme, so I wanted something sweet. So we're going to stick with sweet. Or you could easily click add a text box and then search for your font. Now, if you don't pay for Canva, some of the fonts, pictures, images, backgrounds, and things like that are not included. So you may just have to do a little bit of research. I believe Dafont, Dafont, is a website that a lot of people utilize. So for this, we're just gonna write something sweet. Let's say we're gonna put. Okay, here we go. A very sweet baby is on the way. As you can see, that's way too big. So let's drop down the fonts. I'm going to drop it way down because I want all of these words on one line. So let's do perfect. And then we are going to give this baby a curve. So you're just going to click on the text and then you're going to hit effects. We're going to go down. We're going to make this curved. Now I want it to go under baby girl. So you can just scroll down and we're just going to change the curve to come this way. Perfect. Now we're just going to adjust the size to kind of fit into the image. And I also want to change the coloring of the font. So you can just hit text color. I like that color. I'm going to go back to effects though, and I'm probably going to give this a bit of an outline and make it a little bit thicker, or let's see. We'll play around with it a little bit. Yeah, I think we're going to stick to the outline. Yeah, I'm just going to stick with the outline. I kind of like that. And just adjusting the thickness on there. Perfect. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Bring it right under baby girl. Make sure she is centered using our guides. And beautiful. So then we're going to highlight all of this and we are going to group it together. So that way we can easily bring it up. And again, we're using this gray as our guide. So we're going to make it smaller so that way it fits. Now, I know that it looks a little bit small on the computer screen. However, when you print this out, it actually comes out perfect sizing. And I will upload a picture or a video of the actual finished product. So I'm not going to worry about like the spacing or anything like that right now, because later on in the video, I'm going to show you guys how to create that rippled effect that the chip bags have at the top and the bottom. So for right now, we're just going to place baby girl right there. Next thing we need is a nutrition label. So you're going to want to go to elements and you're going to type in nutrition label. Now, there's many to choose from. Again, if you're doing the paid version, you can pretty much pick from anything. If you do not do the paid version, you will have to actually look for the images that do not have the crown, and those are the ones that you can use. Otherwise, maybe find an image online, Google, something of that nature. For time purposes, I have already created this. So I'm going to just copy and paste one that I got from here. So yours can go on the left or right. Doesn't really make a difference. I've just been putting mines on the left side. And as you can see, most of them are customizable. So I just put baby shower in there, made sure to include what flavor chip bag that I'm going to actually include in there. You can change it. And then I also put my QR code for my pages. All right, perfect. So this, you just want to leave it a little bit. You don't want it too closely to the edge, but not too closely to the center as well, because that way when you fold your chip bags, everything comes out uniform. The next thing I wanted to include was some images of the ultrasounds, or you can do pictures, however you want to do this. It's your call, whatever you feel is best. So the first thing I did was I went to Elements, and then I typed in strawberries to see what images would pop up. Um, and this actually popped up. So anything that has like the cloud background means that you're able to include a picture into that cutout, that frame. So I'm going to duplicate this because I'm going to put 2 images. Again, I've already uploaded some images, so we're going to use these. Sometimes you have to play around with it a little bit. So we are going to include these images. So you're just going to take the image that you chose and you're just going to scroll right over, and you see that it places it directly into the frame. I'm going to do 2 separate images. We'll do that. Perfect. Now with these, I did not like the black, so I just wanted to make sure we created a border. So you're just going to go up here to border style. You make it as thick as you want. And then I'm also going to change the color of the border. I just wanted everything to be pretty much monotone on the project. That looks good to me. So then we're going to do the same thing for here. We're just going to make a border. You can make it as thick or as thin as you want. Looks good to me. Then we're just going to make these a little bit smaller. There we go. Because I'm also going to want to put some wording in there. Now, for me, I chose a font that I figured was pretty big and bold. So let's see. You're going to hit text, add a text box, and then I'm going to change my font. I cannot pronounce that, but I think it's Balabaloo. So that's the one that I decided to go with. So for this, let's make it bigger so we can see what we're typing. And I'm just going to say, this is where you would put the party's name. So, and then we're just going to change the color and see how that looks. Perfect. So when you click on that, again, I am a fan of the curve. So we are going to go to effects. We are going to add the curve on there. And for this, we're going to make it just big enough to fit inside of the gray area. Perfect. I'm also going to want to put something on the bottom, like what the name of the theme of the party. So baby shower. So I'm just going to copy this. And then we're going to paste. Or you can hit duplicate either way. I want this to curve upward. So we're going to go back to effects. We're going to change the curve to your liking. And we're going to change this to baby shower. Perfect. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And I'm using my guides right now to center everything. Perfect. Like even the slightest inch. Perfect. All right, guys. All right. So I also want to put something, it looked a little bland over here. So I wanted to put some wording in between. So again, I'm just going to duplicate because I like this lettering. And we are going to change this. We'll put something like "Thank you for joining us." Now for this, because again, it is the side of your chip bag, you want to put each word on a separate line. So I'm just hitting enter in between each one. Now, because we duplicated this, it's going to be at a curve and we don't want that here. So we're going to change this to no curve. Also, the line spacing, let me drag it down so you can see the line spacing is off. Not really a fan. And I spelled something wrong. All right, so just up here, you can click on the spacing and we're gonna, again, bring it to your liking. That looks good to me. I'm gonna bring it right back up here. All right. Let's start sizing some of these images. So we're going to drop that down because we are about to add our rippled effect. Okay, and we can adjust as needed. All right, guys. So to have that rippled effect that the chip bags have, I did buy a crimper. However, if you do not have a crimper handy, this is just a pretty cool way of giving that effect if you don't have the crimper. So again, you're going to go to elements and you're going to choose a square. We're going to drag this all the way up to let's actually bring it down on the second page. You are going to bring it all the way across for the width. And for the height, you're going to want to make it 1 inch. You are going to click another square. Same thing, you're going to drag it all the way across. All the way across. And these are going to be the lines that go in between. So we're going to make these kind of smaller. And we are also going to change the color. And let's duplicate it. Let's get a few of these lines going. Not sure how many you'll need, depending on how you like to do your spacing. And I'm just dragging. It's just to give me a nice uniform. Perfect. So then we're just going to highlight what we created. And you're going to group that together. And I'm also going to duplicate it because we need it at the top and the bottom. So duplicate. Perfect. So this, we're going to scroll and you're going to just place this all the way at the top of your project. And same thing at the bottom, you're just going to place it at the bottom of your project. And you can extend this if you need to make it longer. Perfect. And extend. Beautiful. So now we can start adjusting all of our wording and lettering to kind of fit. So I'm just going to make sure, again, it's centered. There we go. Let's bring this up a little bit. Centered, and we'll bring that up a little bit. Centered. Perfect. This you're going to bring a little bit closer to the edge, but again, enough space for those folds. And I'm also going to turn the strawberries. I kind of like there we go. Perfect. And now I'm going to download this. Let's just delete this page just so you can kind of see what the final product looks like. Oh, I'm sorry. Last step. Sorry, guys. Make sure that gray square that you have in the background, you're going to go ahead and delete that to get rid of it. And there you have it. There's your chip bag. Let's download it just so you can kind of see what it looks like. And there you have it. There's your beautiful chip bag. Um, I if you guys want, please subscribe, like the video. Let me know if you want me to do a video on how you actually assemble these. I am going to post a picture of the actual product or a video of the actual product, so that way you can see how it actually looks once you place the chip bags inside. Thank you for watching. Sorry about all the hiccups. Again, first video, but I appreciate your patience and thank you.